I got banned from an all-you-can-eat buffet, so I made sure the owner never ate in peace again. You ever get kicked out of somewhere for doing exactly what you were told you could do? Yeah, me too. It happened at this grimy little place called Big Benny's All-You-Can-Eat Buffet. $14.99, no time limit, no small print, just pay, eat, repeat. Or so I thought. Now I'm not some competitive eater or 600-pound menace with a bib and back problems. I'm just a guy with an appetite and a grudge against portion control. I hadn't eaten in 24 hours. Why? Because I prepared for this. Fasting, hydrating, mentally visualizing the tray of ribs like it was the Olympic podium. You know, normal stuff. First plate, fried chicken, mac and cheese, 2 rolls. Nothing crazy. I'm easing into it. Second plate, more carbs, potatoes, lasagna, garlic bread. Third, I start seeing staff eyeing me like I'm stealing food from their children. One of the servers actually slowed down as she walked past, like I was a suspicious dog growling near her purse. By the 5th plate, I swear the manager was hiding behind the soda machine like I was gonna bite him. Plate 7, that's when it got interesting. I went full throttle. Barbecue ribs, stacked like Lincoln logs, a pile of meatballs, 3 chicken thighs, and 6 brownies. I definitely didn't take from the kids section. I sat down, fork in hand, when the manager finally slithered over with 2 of his most underpaid teenage minions, flanking him like henchmen from a movie no one finishes. He goes, "Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave. You've exceeded reasonable consumption." Excuse me, what? Is there a rule on how much I can eat? I asked. There isn't, but you know, I actually don't know, Benny. I know you have a sign out front in Comic Sans that says all you can eat. It does not say all we feel emotionally comfortable watching you eat, so I stood up, and you know what I did? I went back for plate number 8. He called the cops. I wish I was kidding. Imagine being mid-bite into a drumstick, sauce on your chin, when 2 actual police officers walk in like you're a suspect in a felony mashed potato incident. They looked at me, then at Benny, then back at me. One of them goes, "What exactly did he do?" He won't stop eating. There was this long pause, the kind that only happens when someone says something so stupid it has to be processed in layers. The officer turned to me. "Look, man, could you just go?" He looked embarrassed for the manager. I asked if I could at least finish my plate. Benny said no. Of course he did. I was dangerous, a biological threat to his bottom line. So I was escorted out of Big Benny's all-you-can-eat buffet like I'd robbed the place at Gravy Point, and as I walked out, Benny had the nerve to say, "You're banned for life," loudly, in front of other customers, like I was going to miss the place. Now, most people would move on. Chalk it up to a ridiculous story to tell at parties, but I don't let things go, especially when I'm publicly humiliated and still slightly hungry. So I did what any petty, overthinking, underappreciated genius would do. I got revenge. But not just any revenge. I made it my mission to destroy Big Benny's reputation, one bite at a time. I started small. TripAdvisor, Yelp, Google reviews, left long, heartfelt essays about how I found a fingernail in the mashed potatoes, and the cook scratched himself before touching the chicken wings. Oh, and let's not forget my personal favorite. Benny the owner told my vegan wife that bacon was a vegetable. 1 star, every time. Next, I joined the local foodies Facebook group. You'd be amazed how fast rumors spread when you pretend to be a concerned mother, claiming your child got food poisoning from undercooked fish fingers. I even posted pictures. Not real ones, just close-up shots of expired tuna I bought from the dollar store. You can't prove it wasn't theirs, but the pièce de résistance? I created a fake promotional flyer, printed it, laminated it, and slid it under windshields all over town. Free lobster tail night! First 100 guests eat free! Guess who didn't serve lobster? Guess who had 200 people show up on a Tuesday night demanding free seafood? Guess who had a full-blown meltdown in the parking lot as people filmed him screaming, "There is no lobster, Benny." The man looked like he was on the verge of eating his own menu out of stress. Eventually, he figured out someone was targeting him. He posted this desperate Facebook status that said, "To whoever is sabotaging my business, you win. I hope you're proud." I was, but it didn't stop there. Because petty is temporary, but psychological warfare is forever. So I found Benny's personal Instagram. Turns out, he was trying to launch a cooking channel. Real low-effort stuff. Him sweating in a dirty kitchen while describing reheated lasagna as rustic. I reported every single video, claimed copyright on random background music, flagged graphic content on anything that showed his face too close to the camera. Eventually, the channel got taken down, and Benny cracked. Last week, I walked past Big Benny's buffet. Place was shut down. A paper sign on the door said, "Closed due to ongoing harassment and fake reviews." I couldn't resist. I rang the buzzer to his upstairs office. He opened the window, looked down, and saw me standing there, holding a box of takeout from a better buffet down the street. He turned red, real red, sweating, fuming, and then he charged, slams the door open, runs downstairs, storms out the front like he's gonna tackle me right there in the parking lot. I held out a rib. "Want a bite, Benny?" That was it. He lunged, missed, tripped over a curb and fell. Not high enough for death, but definitely high enough for permanent damage. I later found out he fractured his hip in 3 places and now uses a walker. Some say it was a tragic accident. I say it was the natural consequence of messing with a man who hadn't finished his 10th plate.